Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Breaking Indie podcast. In today's very special episode, A24 comes to town. We also talk to a couple of local actors who appear in the film Eddington, as well as New Mexico's most celebrated and finest filmmaker, the one, the only, Ari Aster. It's an episode you don't want to miss, so stick around. Let's roll it. It's a program for filmmakers, by filmmakers. It's the Breaking Indie podcast. So a few days ago, I cruised on down following the people at A24 to the town of Truth and Consequences, also known as Eddington. This town, that's named after a 1950s game show, is also the backdrop and the location of where they shot Eddington. I believe 2 out of the 10 weeks were filmed on location in this town. And as part of the traveling premiere, A24 did an amazing thing, and they brought a lot of people and the filmmaker back to the town that they shot it and had a Truth or Consequences premiere. They also did an Albuquerque and a Santa Fe premiere, but what was special about Truth or Consequences is that they brought people from their AAA 24 membership for this exclusive event. They bust them down. They had a screening with Ari Aster, and it was a really special event. They also had a drone show. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how, amazing A24 is. Not that you need me to tell you that, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this special event and how cool it is that A24 took over an entire town. And also how that town has really embraced the filmmakers and the actual process of filming and releasing and all this stuff. We're also going to talk to people who acted in the film. We're going to talk to people who helped create the drone show. And then finally, we're going to talk to the head honcho himself, El Jefe, Ari Aster. So I'm really excited and just really thrilled that I got to be a part of this. As we all know, Eddington drops this week. If you're watching this, when this episode first comes out, and it's really being well received. I was really curious going into it how this film was going to land as being kind of a recent period piece that takes place during COVID. Ari's described it as a modern day Western. And like most A24 films or Ari Aster films, not everything is what you expect. And it's hard to know what to expect going into it. Talking to people after the film, everyone was just like blown away. So if you get the chance to go see Eddington, please do. In the meantime, I want to talk to you a little bit about A24. A24 is like the filmmaker's dream. This production company really has done a wonderful job over the last few years of embodying the voices and fostering the voices of their filmmakers. And I've always loved A24. I really celebrate what they're doing. And I think as they've become more popular, they're probably starting to rebrand a little bit of their approach of their IP. I think a lot of it, people would probably at times kind of like compare it to the M. Night Shyamalan. There's always a twist at the end, kind of art house cinema. But in the last few years, they've really dominated the filmmaking sphere. And one of the reasons why I love them is they really do approach their filmmakers as filmmakers and say, what do you need? Like, how do we help you? And they don't have these monstrous, huge $100 million budgets. A lot of their films, they're doing under 10 million. In fact, I think most of them have been under 10 million. And they're able to do really amazing things and then spread that out across multiple films, instead of investing all their eggs in one blockbuster. A24 has a really unique approach. And I think it's really approach that production companies should be taking, is not investing all their eggs in one basket in this huge, $100 and $500 million film, but making 50 films that are $1 or $2 million a piece or something like that. Like, I really do think spreading the wealth amongst independent filmmakers is a really brilliant approach. So props to you, A24. One of the other really cool things about this experience was learning about the AAA 24 membership. Now, A24 basically has their own fan club, which for only $10 a month, you can get a subscription to. It offers you really cool perks, opportunities at events like this, exclusive content. I think they send you a birthday gift. You get a discount on movie tickets. So if you love A24 and you want to be a part of that family, I really would encourage you to check out their AAA 24 membership. Now, for this premiere, they actually opened up their A24 membership to this event for any New Mexico AAA 24 member. And I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I believe something like 40,000 people tried to get in on this event and only 30 were chosen. Something like that. But they really did an amazing job of making and honoring this film in New Mexico. Ari Aster is a native New Mexican filmmaker. He grew up here. He has family here. So as somebody who also talks about New Mexico film and is a filmmaker in New Mexico, it's very exciting to see him come back, make a project here, but also for A24 to just celebrate it. The town of Truth or Consequences is a small, funky little artist town built around a hot spring. And if you go there, it's just this quirky little place. Kind of perfect for a film like Eddington to take place in, but also a great place to kind of open up their doors and say, come on in. And I was really excited coming into town, seeing all the branding and signage that A24 had done. Celebrating kind of the viral marketing, so to speak. Maybe not viral, but like on the street, boots on the ground marketing in this town. And then opening it up to other influencers and people to make it viral. So not only was there this awesome opening at the El Cortez Theater in Truth or Consequences, but right next door, they also have a museum. You can go check out some of the set pieces and history that went into the filmmaking process of Eddington. A24 also came in and rebuilt one of the set pieces, a bar where a lot of the film takes place, for their fans to come in, take some photos, and kind of experience in real time what it feels like to be on a movie set, so to speak. Like, this is tangible, and it's really exciting. So you'll see a little bit of our interview takes place with Ari in that bar, but it's really cool to see a production company and a town come together to make this very unique experience. If you follow any of the tax rebate stuff in New Mexico, filming in a third area location like Truth or Consequences gets you another 5% on your rebate. So that's a lot of money back in the pocket of filmmakers who get to then reinvest it in marketing and things like this experience. So shooting in Truth or Consequences for A24 is like a win-win. And for the town, it's really exciting and fun to have these people here and have this experience, in your own backyard. So big props and a shout out to A24 and to the town of Truth or Consequences. If you're ever driving through New Mexico, book a night, stop, check it out, soak in the hot springs. Have a good time. In the meantime, I think we should go hit the red carpet and talk to a few of our actors. Hi guys, I'm with Joseph Ortega here at the Eddington premiere in Truth or Consequences. We're moments away as people are lining up. Very excited with us. Joseph, you play in the commercials with Pedro Pascal. You play his son, correct?
Yes, sir. Got to play Pedro Pascal's son for all the Eddington campaign stuff. It was a lot of fun. Pedro, super, super nice guy, down-to-earth guy, taught me a lot of good stuff, worked with one of my heroes. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, as everyone knows, Pedro is the internet's daddy. In this film, he's your actual dad.
Yeah, now I get to say I get to feel like Grogu. So it's
there
nice.
You go. Oh, that's cool. Talk me through some of that experience when you're on set here in Truth or Consequences as they turned it into the town of Eddington. But like offset or between takes, kind of what was that rapport like, or what was some of that experience working with Pedro?
So in between takes, Pedro was always just great job, giving high fives, giving pointers, everything like that. Super helpful guy. I learned a lot of cool stuff, taught me a lot of cool tricks about the camera, where to look at, and all the above. Super helpful guy, and just a great guy overall. He didn't also teach me to be a good actor, but also a good human being as well. So
that's
invaluable. Super deep, down-to-earth guy, nice to everybody on set, and really, really inspired me a lot.
That's cool. And did you get any direction from Ari, or how was that relationship?
Yeah, so Ari was the one filming me and Pedro. It was super, super cool. Just me, Ari, and Pedro. And Ari got to give me a little bit of direction. And just a dream come true because I watched Hereditary, Midsummer always growing up. And it was a dream come true. And also this is my home state here in New Mexico. So such a blessing, such a blessing.
New Mexico film.
Let's go, New Mexico.
Well, congratulations. And I'm assuming this is the first time you got a chance to see it.
Yeah, it's my first time tonight. I'm super excited. Got my beautiful agent Tina over there, Presley Talent. Let's go.
Shout out to agents.
Let's go.
Tina. We'll be having an interview with her coming up in the future too. So
let's go.
Well, excited to have you. Thank you so much, Joseph. I hope you have a wonderful night. Congratulations.
I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
All right.
No further ado, filmmaker Ari Aster.
Thanks everybody for coming out. This is really special.
So guys, I'm here with Rachel De La Torre. She plays Paula in the film. We're right outside, about to walk into the premiere. I just stole her for a few seconds. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about like your role in the film. What was the process like? What was shooting like?
Yeah, so I play the role of Paula. She is a restaurant owner and also one of the councilwomen. It was an absolute blast to work on this show with Ari Aster and the whole cast. I mean, an exceptional group of people. One of the things I love the most about film work, television work, is just the collaboration that goes into it.
Sure.
And so it was a delight working with Ari as a writer-director, just his willingness to collaborate. We do some improv on the set, come up with some creative moments, all within the vein of the story and the world he had already created.
I think I'd be a little intimidated to have to improv with Ari because like he's such a brilliant writer, a real true auteur. So good for you, props. And you also you collaborate with Meow Wolf, correct?
Yes, so I also play Cecilia Dram in Meow Wolf Las Vegas. So she runs Dram Corp, also works with Omega Mart. So it's a pretty exciting storyline. If you haven't gone and seen that as well, it runs every day in Las Vegas.
Yeah, buy some souvenirs.
Really fun.
What is it, Area 51?
Area 51, yeah. And that one we kind of call like an experiential art exhibit. So it's very interactive, hands-on, and yet if you want to do the deep dive, you can learn a lot about the multiverse.
Well, I'm hoping to get an interview with Tristan Love and James Longmire from Meow Wolf at some point in the future, so stay tuned for that day. In the meantime, it's your special day, and I don't want to keep you, so thank you so much, and congratulations.
Well, thank you. But before we cut, I do want to say congratulations to you of being at this event, documenting all this, and all of these individuals we're talking about, I believe you went to school with, and you guys are all collaborators.
That is true. That is how I know them by name, yes. That's how I snuck my ass in here.
Congratulations
definitely,
to you.
Thank you. I definitely third-wheeled my way into this event, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And we hope you come see Eddington. It's in theaters July 18th, so this coming week, and look forward to having you.
And also come to Truth or Consequences and check out this beautiful town that they shot in, or also known as Eddington. But it's a fun, funky little town built on a hot spring. I can't picture it enough. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's an amazing town and such friendly people.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
One of the fun elements to this Truth or Consequences premiere was that A24 hired a company to do a drone show. Now, because of wildfires and the threat to, New Mexico's landscape, we didn't want to do any fireworks. They didn't want to do, like, I take credit in this. I didn't plan any of this. I totally just third-wheeled my way in. They didn't want to do any fireworks because obviously they didn't want to cause any wildfires or have problems like that. So they brought in a company to do this massive drone show, which I'd never seen behind the scenes of. And quite frankly, it's really cool. So check it out.
Hey guys, Brendan Roberts. I'm here with Bernard Ozrowski, and his company is Pixis, and they're doing the drone show for tonight's big display. Not only because it's awesome, but also because we respect fire danger. We're not doing fireworks or anything, but it's also in keeping with some of the tones of the film. And this is the first time I've ever seen behind the scenes of a drone show. As you can see, his crew's setting up behind us. How many drones do you guys have out here today?
So behind us, we have 1,000 drones that will be flying here in Truth or Consequences.
Wow. You guys do this all over the country, correct?
We do it all over the country, also internationally. Actually, these drones just flew a week ago for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, wow. Wild.
Yep.
So when you do this, obviously they look would you say a meter apart from each other right now?
When they're on the ground, they're spaced exactly 1 meter apart, and that's so that we have proper communication with the drones while they're on the ground. When they're up in the sky, however, they take up a lot more space. So we essentially, in a 3D space now, we have to work. They never fly closer. It's technically 1.94 meters, but about 6 feet apart in the sky when they're up during a flight.
And then how do you guys go about programming this? Like, tell me about some of the logistics and how that works.
So part of it, logistically, we have to get the drones all around the country. We can't fly them, so we have to work on all sorts of plans for how we get the drones from point A to point B. In terms of flight logistics, programming a show like this takes approximately 150 hours to go through the effort of building out the creative, of taking real-life images and turning them into drone form, and then figuring out the programming to go from image to image safely in the sky to make sure that we're able to tell a story and really to make people on the ground feel something.
So as a licensed drone pilot, I know that some of the concerns that you're always going to run to, obviously, is weather.
Certainly.
Airspace, things like that. What were some of the things that you guys have to take into account on like a day-to-day basis?
So on a day-to-day basis, we have to make sure that wherever we're flying, we're properly ahead of it in terms of waivers with the FAA. We have a blanket waiver to fly in Class G airspace throughout the country, but whenever we're flying somewhere more complicated, near an airport, near a hospital, something like that, we need to get a waiver to make sure that pilots, things like that, know that we're going to be up in the air flying.
Okay, gotcha. And how long have you guys been doing this?
We've been doing this for a little over 3 years. Our sort of breakout show was the Super Bowl in LA about 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's the one like Eminem halftime show, Dr. Dre.
we had Goodell cutting a ribbon and all that. So very cool stuff. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And what are we expecting to see tonight?
So I don't know how much I'm allowed to get into. Is this a post premiere show?
Yeah, they'll see it after the fact.
So Ari weighed in on the creative on this,
really?
And the focus is going to be on the solid gold magic carp branding from the show. And I think the tonality here is to create something actually a little spookier, a little more obtuse, and less of a straight up, here are 10 little sequences from the movie, and much more of something to create mystery, engagement, and excitement with the folks here. So we put up the solid gold magic carp logo, some Eddington, the town of Eddington, branding and things like that up there in the sky tonight.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of the branding all around town. A24 has done a really awesome job of just taking over Truth or Consequences. What was it like working with the team from A24?
They were great. They were very creative, very open to sort of hearing what we've learned in our experiences in the industry and finding the right mesh of what they're looking to achieve with the show with our knowledge and experience from a technical perspective.
Awesome. Now, I see that you're holding one here.
I am.
What is this?
So this is one of our light show drones. It weighs about 2.2 pounds when it goes up. It's a single-purpose drone. It doesn't have a camera. It doesn't do anything except fly drone light shows. On the underside of it, we've got this module, which is roughly the equivalent of 3 car headlamps. Actually, when they fly, they're not aware of any other drones around them. They know I go up, I go to these 10 or 15 spaces in the sky, I come down and I land, I turn the colors I'm supposed to at various points, and that's how it works. So our programming is making sure that each of those path files is able to fly unimpeded, there's no chance of collision or anything along those lines.
That's so incredible. Well, I know you got a lot of work to do, so I don't want to keep you. But Bernard, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing the show tonight. And then do you want to plug where we can find your guys' company?
Absolutely. Please come follow Pixis Drones on Instagram and on LinkedIn.
All right, great, guys. Well,
thank you so much.
Very much.
Appreciate it.
So getting the chance to talk to Ari Aster is obviously very exciting. He's considered one of the best filmmakers of our generation, if not the best. He's also a New Mexico filmmaker. So it's really cool to be able to have him come back to New Mexico, make a film here. He's raised here. His family lives here. And as a New Mexico filmmaker, I'm really honored to see him coming back to this place and supporting New Mexico film. And he's actually somebody who I knew as an undergrad. I've talked about him before on the show. In fact, I think it was episode 1 we referenced him.
That's real.
Love you, Ari. If you ever hear this, respect. He won't.
Yeah, no, so
Here we are almost 10 or 11 episodes later, and we have him on the show. So that's really awesome. I just want to say thank you, Ari, for supporting New Mexico film. And thank you for coming back and also doing this special event at the Truth or Consequences premiere. They also did one in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. So it's not just this one screening. A24 really did a lot to honor Eddington and New Mexico film. So I don't want to delay it anymore. Here we go. A very sweaty interview. It was really hot, okay? I was really hot. I came into that room late. It was really warm when I walked in. It doesn't matter. It's embarrassing. I'll talk about it and complain enough. Until then, let's do it. Ari Aster.
All right. So, hey, man. Hi. So excited.
see you.
First of all,
Classmates,
undergrad. So
That's right.
way
College of Santa
back.
Fe.
Been 15 years. Hi.
Hi. Good to see you.
What have you been up to?
Not much,
No, man, congratulations on everything that you've done. Like, not only is it just like really inspiring, super proud of you, but I think for everyone, we're just like kind of in awe. Like it almost feels surreal. Like how far, where you are. It's just really amazing. So,
Oh, thanks, man.
I don't know. Does it feel that way? Does it feel kind of, do you have to like pinch yourself sometimes?
I don't know. I guess I don't have any objectivity, so maybe you see it more clearly than I do.
Well, I guess like for me, like, I don't know, back in those days when nothing is certain, like let me put it this way. Hearing Christopher Nolan and Martin Scorsese reference how you impacted their latest films is like insane. So that's pretty wild.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Okay. You can be humble.
That's nice.
So I am curious though, like if you could go back to 20-year-old, 22-year-old Ari and impart and bestow a little bit of like wisdom or knowledge or like something that you've maybe gleaned as a director or something maybe that you'd learned or wish you'd learned earlier. Like, is there anything that you'd want to go back and share with yourself looking back?
Not really. I would say, I didn't get Hereditary off the ground until I was like 30, and I got out of AFI around 23, so it took 7-8 years of like, hitting the pavement, and that was tough and like frustrating because I was kind of just always trying, but I would say what I found shocking was how quickly things move once they move. And so like you're trying to like push this boulder up the hill forever,
And then when it breaks, it just speeds.
and it's this like Sisyphean task, and then once Hereditary started moving, it was like, oh shit, we're going. I almost wished I had put even more time into I can't say I wish I put more time into it because I think ultimately I was ready for that to happen. I was ready to go and I was ready to just dive in. But it's immediately overwhelming once a movie starts moving, and and especially when you have limited resources, it's just it goes from like absolute stasis to like a roller coaster.
The Autobahn.
Yeah.
So my other question is, as growing up in New Mexico and as a New Mexico filmmaker, like how's that journey been coming to Truth or Consequences, having your screening at the El Cortez Theater? Like, is there like a certain kind of special there? Sorry, I'm also going to sweat through my shirt. It's very warm in this bar.
It's very hot in here. Yeah. It's unreasonably hot. So you're asking?
So yeah, just about filming in Truth or Consequences, and like A24 coming in and doing everything they're doing today. Like, I don't know. I think it's amazing. I really appreciate you coming back to New Mexico and making a film here. But I don't know.
Yeah, well, I've been wanting to make a film in New Mexico for a long time because I didn't just go to college here. I grew up in New Mexico, and my family is still here, and it's the place that I know best. And so I was really excited to finally be doing it. And I found that, by the end of it, I didn't jam in enough. Like there's more I want to do here. It's such a specific place, and And it was really fun to shoot here. I had never been to Truth or Consequences until we were scouting.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
And I love it here, and it was so fun to shoot. It's such a visually distinct place, but also there's just like an energy. Just the spirit of the place is really special. And also just the process of making the film here, scouting here, going around New Mexico, going to different small towns, talking to sheriffs, mayors. So I guess in the case of sheriffs, different counties, but then going to small towns, talking to mayors, police chiefs, public officials, going to pueblos and talking to them. And a lot of the characters in the film are kind of modeled on a lot of those people I met. You know, I learned a lot more about New Mexico,
Cool.
and that was great. So no, it was a pleasure, and it was important to me that we do bring it back here and screen the film for the crew and especially the residents of Truth or Consequences, because they were so hospitable to us and they really gave us their town in a really generous way. We were firing machine guns like all night.
Oh, I've heard.
Nights.
I've heard from a few locals. They're like, it was cool at first until 2 a.m. You have heavy artillery firing in your back window. But
Yeah.
you know what?
Those were the
I
last
think
2 days.
I think it's going to look awesome. So worth it. Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, man.
My last question. And again, I'm going to sweat through my shirt. It's embarrassing.
Me too.
Last question. I know, I think our old friend Robert Powell actually was the one who made me realize this.
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby, shout out. Hey, he's like, Ari's films always feel like a fever dream. And I was like, oh my God, that nails it in my mind.
Yeah. I like that.
Do you ever find that your writing is impacted by your dreams?
Yeah, I mean, I do have a problem with nightmares. I have a lot of nightmares. But I don't know. I guess what I would say is ever since I was a kid, I like a movie that goes off the rails. Like if I ever read a review that, of a film that said like at the end, the film just loses its mind.
It's a total left turn.
Yeah, that always got me really excited. Like I remember I was so excited to see Fat Girl because I heard that the ending was so crazy. And I remember I was so excited about Straw Dogs because I heard about the climax of Straw Dogs. And so, I think it's just I like a movie that
Keeps you guessing.
yeah, and that has like a meaty climax. I guess that's kind of a bad image, but
Seems appropriate.
yeah. I guess that maybe that's apt for Beau is Afraid. Because he comes a lot.
Right.
Anyway,
I digress.
yeah.
But cool. Well, Ari,
I'm not sure if that answers your question about fever dreams, but but yes, that sounds right. I like that.
we'll go with that.
Great.
We'll go with that. Well, this has been a dream. So thank you for taking some time here on the Breaking Indie podcast. I'm Brendan Roberts. As we all know, this is Ari Aster. And congratulations again, man.
Thanks, Brendan. Great to see you again, man. It's been a long time.
That has.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Man, blast from the past. Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, a big special thanks to A24 and everyone who made this premiere possible, the El Cortez Theater in the town of Truth or Consequences. So if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, leave us a comment. And until our next episode, hope you guys stay well. We'll see you soon. It's a program for filmmakers by filmmakers. It's the Breaking Indie podcast.